Hello, my beautiful and lovely Cancers. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Outer Space Tarot. I'm just going to go ahead and do my usual general reading here. This could really be for anything. I'm just going to pull a few cards at a time, see what pops up, get a feel for your energy, and go from there. This could be regarding work, love, finances, who knows. We'll see which way it goes. But when I was tapping into your energy earlier, I was getting the Chariot, which is your card. So you could be going through some type of obstacle, a challenge right now, overcoming something. Maybe that already has happened for you. It's in the process, or just something that you want, something that's been on your mind. So let's shuffle and see what's going on for you, okay? See what's going on for Cancer. My lovely, lovely Cancers. You guys are one of my favorite signs. I mean, I love all signs, but something about the tenacity of Cancers is just, I feel like people just underestimate so much. But let's see here. Oh, you know what? I only meant to get 3 cards, so actually, let me shuffle that again. Sorry about that. Thought that was 3, but it was 4. So, you know, I'm not going to do reversals today. I should probably start choosing whether I want to always do those or not, but today I'm not. So, well, Cancer, look what we have here. The Chariot. I almost, you know, in this deck, I've never pulled this card. There's probably a few that I haven't pulled, but yeah, so let's see here. We have the Chariot, 7 of Cups, okay, and 4 of Pentacles. All right, Cancer. Kind of already getting love vibes here because obviously with the Chariot, we have some type of challenge along with the 7 of Cups. You might have some choice that you're trying to make and you don't know what choice to make. Sometimes with the 7 of Cups, it could be a luxury of having choices, but it could also be of maybe the choices that you do have or the choices that you're giving yourself are crap. Sorry. But I don't, you know, it just kind of depends on the situation. And we also have the 4 of Pentacles. So, Cancer, you're holding on to something that you probably need to drop, something that is, you know, the 4 of Pentacles usually has to do with, you know, holding on to money, not being generous, or just saying, you know, something is yours, but to keep that thing, you have to hold on to it for dear life. And on the original Rider-Waite deck, you see a guy and he has a pentacle on his head, like one in his hands, he's holding like 2 with his feet. So it's kind of almost like a frantic way of holding on to something, you know. But usually when it comes to the 4 of Pentacles, it's something that you'll be fine if you stop holding on to that. So it could just be monetary, being that it's a Pentacles card. But I'm also getting some type of, yeah, just something to do with love maybe. So let's find out a little bit more here, okay? But yeah, definitely a challenge, and I'm getting that you must be going through this right now. This could be in the recent past, but being that there's a 7 of Cups, yeah, I really think this is just your present energy. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, along with Strength. Okay. This is a little bit of a tough one here. These are all cards of fire, so you might be dealing with a fire sign, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries here, okay? Something might be going on with that. And, yeah, I'm almost getting love. The Queen of Wands to me is, you know, being out, going out, being in your, you know, feminine energy, or just being in a good energy, being the center of attention. She could be a little bit of a slut, but that's okay. Don't mind me, guys. with also the Knight of Wands, which is like my card of being a fuckboy. So I don't know what's going on here, Cancer. But, you know, with the choices and everything, I think maybe, yeah, there's just something going on here with you and like maybe the opposite sex or same sex, whatever. And, but yeah, along with that, we have the Strength card. So, I feel like at the same time and this could actually just be you being empowered with all this wand energy, right? As well as the Chariot. So I think maybe you're getting to a point where you are empowered, but it's like you need to make the right choice and probably, yeah, drop something. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of tripping out on this Seven of Cups here because the other day I was having a dream with my Cancer friend in it, and we were like at a place where you're like playing games like this. So anyway, sorry to go off on that tangent, but yeah. Let's see here. And it's funny because that friend actually just started texting me as soon as this reading started. So yeah. Big Cancer energy. All right, let's see. What else is going on for you? Okay, yeah, so we have, you know, I have the Ten of Wands here, and I've been getting the Ten of Wands for almost every single sign in readings, which is just like a struggle. I mean, it represents the end of a struggle per se. So you could be getting towards the end of whatever you're going through here. And we have that with the Eight of Swords being trapped in your mind, in your head. Along with the Five of Wands. So, Cancer, you are just going through a really weird time right now. I think everybody is, honestly. Yeah, it's like you're blindfolded to something, and you might be blindfolding yourself to a situation, okay? And you might feel like there's some competition, and yeah, you're like struggling. Yeah, I think it was in Taurus's reading. I got the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands together. And I think it was regarding a relationship. Anyways, so, yeah, I don't know if you're like fighting over somebody with another person or, you know, the Five of Wands is like conflict, competition, but you're carrying a lot on your back right now, which is why we have the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to things that are really heavy for you, Cancer. And, yeah, I think there's things that you have to let go of to... I'm so sorry, you guys. I want to sneeze right now. Yeah. I just, you know, I can't tell if this is love or not. I want to say it is. Excuse me. So... I feel like this up and down kind of like turmoil, to where it's like 1 second it's like you're on top of the world because we have, you know, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and Strength, but then the next second you're like fighting for something. So this is like a very back and forth energy that I'm feeling with you right now. Very interesting. Okay, next we have the Devil. Cancer, what's going on? We have the Fool. This is so interesting, you guys. And, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so, Cancer, I think that, yeah, it's like the Devil is kind of represents, well, not kind of, the Devil can represent things of addictions, that sort. And I feel like with the Fool and the Queen of Swords, because the Fool is starting a new journey, so I think you're kind of realizing like, okay, like something here is toxic. I need to leave this situation because with the Queen of Swords here, and I love the Queen of Swords being that I'm a Gemini, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is, you know, she's a queen, so she's still nurturing, she's still, you know, she has a good energy, but it's also an energy of like off with your head. If you're, that's my card of like, if you're gonna cross me, bye, snip, snip, peace out. Like I am done with you. Okay, so I feel like you're getting to the point where you're like, yeah, I need to drop this like double Four of Pentacles energy. You know, you have the double. It's like, this is you. You know, this is you. Like, kind of like, no, I'm good. Like, you can go, you know, Mr. Devil. And onto the full energy, onto a new journey. So I think maybe you're realizing that, like, and, you know, the Seven of Cups in the beginning, this does represent illusion. So with the Eight of Swords, like I said, being in your head and being blindfolded, you're just not really too sure. Yeah, your head's like, 1 second you're here, 1 second you're there. But I kind of like that getting towards the end here, we have the Queen of Swords, because it's like you're going from illusion to coming to being rational and saying like, hey, this just had to, like, I'm done. Like, this was fun while it lasted, but yeah, so definitely getting love vibes for you here. So yeah, I'm just getting a vibe of somebody being like in and out, and it's kind of like that trauma bond vibe of just, you know, getting into arguments, not seeing each other, stuff like that, and then, you know, reconciling, and you're on top of the world and all that stuff. But I think you're starting to realize, like, well, how long am I gonna do this for? How long am I supposed to do this for? And is this even really worth my time? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I think you want something solid. I mean, we all do, right? But sometimes the other party isn't fully invested in everything. So you should really, wow, you guys, my goodness. Yeah, and it's so funny. I had a feeling I should use this deck, and I almost wasn't going to, but yeah, anyways. I just totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, because all these cards are like, wow. Okay, so Cancer, we have the Two of Wands, okay? So this is a card, pretty much any two for me represents some type of choice, okay? So you're making a choice, and it's like, yeah, holy shit, oh my god, you guys. Yeah, you're making a choice, like, you know, I think I need to see the world. There's more out there than what I am focusing on right now, this person that I am focusing on. Because it's funny that this Two of Wands has the World, because you also have the World actual card right here. So this is really funny, you guys. Yeah, I feel like now you're kind of realizing, like, you know what, like, yeah, you can go back and forth with this person and be in this like toxic, you know, relationship, but at the same time, like, the world is your oyster, you guys, okay? Like, you don't have to just go back and forth with this one person. Like, you're worth a lot more than that. So maybe you're kind of in like a good type of, you know, feminine or masculine energy with this other person, but you don't really have to, you don't have to do that, right? Like, we all have choices, we all have options. I always say there's so many people in this world that, you know, you have choices. We all have choices no matter what. And we want to make the best ones, right? So with this group here, the World, the Two of Wands, and the Sun, yeah, the World, Two of Wands, we have the Sun. I mean, like, hello, the Sun. Like, I mean, this is just happiness here. The Sun is things just, you know, going well for you, being in a good energy. And I think along here with the Sun, the World, and Two of Wands, the Sun to me also, it tells me that something is going to be revealed. Like, a light is going to be shined on something here. And the light shining for you is that you're realizing that you don't need to go along with this BS that you've been going along with this whole time. And it's like, I'm not getting like, I'm sorry, you guys. I am still getting over getting sick. I'm not getting that this is the utmost horrible, tragic relationship ever. But it's like you're getting tired of it, and you want something solid. You want stability. You don't want to be thinking about or wondering where you're standing with this person, because it gets old after a while. It's all fun and games until it's not, you guys. And anybody deserves to be happy, deserves stability. You know, we all want a solid relationship. And yeah, maybe for a while, and the other energy could just be like you, like exploring what's out there, and maybe you found somebody and you're kind of like, well, do I want to be in this or not? Like, they have one foot in, one foot out. And then I think you're reaching a point to where you're like, no, like, I need somebody that has both feet in. I want to put both feet into this. So, I mean, yeah, I was a little bit confused at first, but now this is pretty straightforward if you ask me. And this isn't for everybody, but, you know, hopefully it's for somebody. So, okay, I got what is this called? Oracle of the Mermaids. Just got this oracle deck the other day. But we have a Song of the Siren. The call, I'm sorry, you guys. The call, summoning voice. To acknowledge. Okay, so let's see. I'm not exactly sure what this means, so I am going to look it up really quick and just kind of try to give a very, very quick overview of this. So, message for this: the call to summoning voice to acknowledge. Let's see here. So, many fairy tales and legends speak of a lost song, note, or chord, which, if restored, can take us to the land of fairy or myrrh and bring us home again. Sometimes it's played on the harp, made from whale bones, so the sea once again has the sound that can unpeel the veil and let us see within the realms that swirl around us, invisible as radio frequencies, but just as able to be tuned into if we choose to find the right note to sing. Okay, people around the universe will respond so differently if you bring your voice into tune. It does not mean to pretend or speak falsely. It means, even if it causes you great discomfort, you must break through the lock you have placed around your throat. Ask the mermaids for help, and your song will pour forth. Like that of the sea creatures, the whales and dolphins, your natural voice will be found and sung, and you will be free again. Okay, so I think this is, what I'm getting here is this is saying to kind of actually be your authentic self. Use your voice, okay? Don't be afraid to speak your mind. And I think when you speak your mind, you'll be singing in a sense, because maybe with all of this past, things here, maybe you were out of your element with this back and forth thing. Maybe this wasn't for you, or you were, trying to be a little bit of a people pleaser, and it wasn't getting you to where you want to be. And, you can try to be with somebody, and you can try to mold yourself and conform to them and be the person that you think they like. But, at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that they're going to respect you. And maybe they're going to respect you a little bit less, because it's you have to let your personality shine. You have to not be afraid to speak your mind or have an opposite view of this person, or say, actually, no, I'm not really into that. Instead of saying, oh, yeah, I'm so into this. I like this and that. Be yourself. So, yeah, let your voice come out, Cancer. And I think when you do that and you're your authentic self, to somebody else, they're going to be like, wow, Cancer is singing. I love how Cancer sounds right now. Because, being yourself will always attract the right people. I mean, even if there's somebody that you think you want to be with, if you're not being yourself, what, are you just going to mask yourself, for the rest of your life if you marry this person or whatever? It doesn't work that way. So just sing your own song, be your authentic self, okay? And I want to get another one of these oracles. Okay. Yeah, privacy. So we have here sanctuary. Okay, and this is privacy, inviolate personal space, respect boundaries and taboos. Okay, so maybe you're seeing somebody here that's a little bit, well, I don't know, a little bit vanilla, right? And maybe you could be a little bit more sexual than this person, or maybe you could just kind of want to do other things that, this person isn't into. And you feel like you have to cover yourself up in a sense, or like, oh, I don't want to seem too freaky, or I don't want to seem too this or that. Don't do that. I mean, as human beings, we like what we like, right? I mean, as long as it's not something like, crazy, and I don't think I have to, say a list of things, but, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think that you're just not being your authentic self, or you weren't being your authentic self, but you're realizing that you have the world. There's like a world of people. So yeah, like this is confirmation, Cancer, that you can and you should be authentic. Don't hold yourself back. If there's things that you want in love or a relationship, whether that's physical, whether that's like, if you're a type of person who likes gifts or like acts of service, don't be afraid to say that. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to say, okay, well, I'm ready to do that for you. Like, don't feel bad about asking for the things that you want in a relationship, because the right person will be very, very eager to give that to you. Okay, so and as a recovering people pleaser, like, I know this feeling, but you'll never get what you want out of a relationship by conforming to somebody else's values, morals, habits, likes and dislikes. Like and also, when you are your authentic self and you're living in true authenticity, that's when you're the happiest. I mean, like, for me, it's so hard to do that, right? I mean, it's just, I think I've always tried to be, kind of the person that goes with the flow and blah, 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 and that's good to an extent. But the more I am my authentic self and I express my mind and things I like, the things that I don't like, it will literally just weed out the wrong people. And, the last thing we want to do is keep people in our life that we don't need, that don't benefit us, right? If you're not adding, if you're not adding, you're subtracting, okay? And, you want people to be authentic with you too, right? Because when you're with somebody, you want to know that they're being authentic, not just masking, or they have a different side of their personality that you don't know. I mean, like, that's kind of boring if somebody's just gonna like what you like all the time. So let's pull another oracle card for you really quick here. I mean, but yeah, this reading is literally just so it's just so, like, it's so straightforward here. Okay, so all right, yeah, you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. What was I just saying? Cancer? Do not mask yourself. You are good enough. Okay, this doesn't say get better. This doesn't say do anything different. You are good enough. Okay, so get those limiting, self-limiting beliefs out of your head, because that's bullshit. Okay, it's poppycock, rubbish. Like, let's not think that way. And it's hard for everybody to do that, but it's something that we have to work at every day to believe that we deserve the most, right? But we do, because when you find the right person, you want to give that person everything, like, no questions asked. So it's okay, like, to love yourself, to know that you are enough. Okay, so, like, don't forget that, Cancer. And your other Moonology card here says prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so Cancer. Yeah, so if you're, like, questioning yourself or doubting yourself on, like, maybe going out and finding another job or a different person, whatever it is, like, it's going to bring you prosperity. Like, what are you waiting for? Why are you telling yourself you're undeserving of this? Like, I mean, we're capable of anything. And like I said, there's too many people in this world. There's too many jobs in this world to think that you can and won't find something that is best suited for you and that will give you the pay that you want, the type of love that you want, the acts of service, the physical, whatever it may be. Do not hold yourself back from that, okay? And I feel like this is one of the shortest readings that I've done, but I mean, it's just like so obvious. This is so straightforward. So I will just say, Cancer, you deserve everything, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye.